experiment for the International Observe the Moon Night on October 4th. And of course, if you look at this image, this is not the moon. However, I am running a live stream on the YouTube channel currently at the sun. So I have my solar filter on my telescope right now. And again, I am experimenting with this live feed, preparing for the live feed of the moon at the beginning of next month, October 4th. Please join us then. But as I continue to do this experimentation, I want you to check out the features of the sun, because here you can actually see a number of sunspots on the side of the sun facing the Earth right now. And I'm just going to see if I can interact with this at all. I don't want to press my luck here, because on the evening of October 4th, when we live stream the moon, we're only going to be seeing the image of the moon. So I'm not going to be interacting with the image at all on that evening, but rather this will be part of a larger international program where there will be live feeds of the moon being shown at the same time from all around planet Earth. So again, I am just getting ready, getting the technology ready as you enjoy looking at some sunspots rather than craters on the moon. But be prepared, this is the way we're going to do it with the moon on October 4th. So I'm just going to let it stream a little bit longer here as I continue to experiment with the technology and make sure everything is working. In fact, I'll explain it to you here real quick. I have a digital telescope, the C-Star S50. I currently have that in my backyard right now. Actually, it's right outside my door, aimed at the sun with the solar filter on. Never look at the sun without proper precautions. But that live feed from my C-Star telescope is sending this image to my phone, my cell phone. And this is how I interact with my telescope. I currently have my phone, which is a Samsung, connected with a USB cord to my laptop computer. And in the laptop computer, I have a program called OBS. And this OBS program I'm utilizing to take the feed from my camera, which is coming wirelessly from my telescope, and then I am streaming it live currently to my YouTube channel. So I'll be checking this out when I'm finished, but hopefully you are looking at it as well. And, you know, while I'm here, I'm going to start doing some things with the C-Star telescope while we're looking at the sun. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Heck, why not, right? We're here. Let's see if I can zoom in to some of these sunspots and check that out. Now, I'm not sure how the video quality is. I might have to adjust that a little bit, but this is probably a little bit dark. It looks a little bit dark to me, but you can see a number of sunspots here on the surface of the sun. Clarity isn't that great. I'll work on that in improving the resolution before October 4th. But yeah, check it out. Each of those sunspots is probably about the size of our entire planet. Think about that for a moment. That is huge. I'm going to try and zoom in even a little bit more to some of these sunspots. Resolution will obviously change. I'm going to play around with the focus here. And this is, there we go. Now, I won't be playing around with it like this during the International Observe the Moon Night. It's just going to be strictly a live feed. But I'm going to see if I can make some adjustments here. Here we go. I think that's getting a little bit brighter. Check that out. Let's see if I can focus a little bit more on this sunspot. Maybe I'll be able to do that when we're looking at the moon and get some crisp images of the craters on the moon. But I think this is pretty fascinating. that I'm able to interact with my telescope somewhat remotely here. Oh, look at those sunspots. Aren't they beautiful? By the way, we are in the midst of a solar high. As you may know, there is a periodic nature of solar activity on the sun. It's an 11-year cycle, and we're pretty much at the peak now, and we can see, boy, there are quite a few sunspots here. Oh, look at that. That might even be developing into a coronal mass ejection. Who knows? But wow, there's a lot of sunspot activity going on the surface or the photosphere of the moon right now. And bear in mind, even though these things are happening, 150 million kilometers away from Earth, or 93 million miles away from our planet, the storms that take place on the surface of the sun affect us here on the Earth. They can form geomagnetic storms and interact with our ionosphere in such a way that we might see beautiful things like the aurora borealis and the aurora australis in the southern hemisphere. But it may also impact our technology in terms of, communications and so forth. So thankfully, it's not interrupting our live feed right now. But I just don't want to end this little experiment because it's just so fun to check out these features of the sun and be able to share them with you live. This is taking place at this very, very moment. So as I continue to play around, checking out some of this solar activity, you can just be amazed at the interactions of the forces of the moon. Of the sun. And gosh, how we are able to even see them here on Earth. And notice you can see some cloud movement drifting over the surface of the sun. Now, hear me out. There are no clouds on the sun that are literally moving. We've just gotten a few images there of the Earth clouds obscuring the image of the sun. Ooh, I think that may have been a bird or something flying over there too. That's pretty cool to sometimes catch objects like airplanes or birds flying over the surface of whether it be the sun or the moon, and you can actually see them through a telescope. It's pretty exciting stuff. And look at that. We've got some cloud cover on the Earth obscuring the view, and that may likely happen when we're looking at the moon as well. And I don't want to go on too much longer, so this might be a good opportunity for me to end my little experiment preparing for the International Observe the Moon Night. So let's just enjoy some of the clouds on Earth obscuring the view of the sun. As I bid you adieu, have a lovely rest of your day wherever in the world you might be, and tune back into various channels. NASA's coordinating this International Observe the Moon Night, and there will be images of the moon from around the world. I'm just going to adjust my exposure here a little bit. Ooh, maybe a little bit too much. Still want to see those sunspots. We'll leave you with a really nice image here. That's a little bit too much. Let's scroll down. It's just fascinating that I can make these live, real-time adjustments to the image and enable us to enjoy these live views. I hope you have enjoyed this midday interlude, watching live images of the sun and come back soon.